Hi there, I'm Katie and welcome to your beginner's yoga class. Before we begin, I'm just going to check you've got a few props handy. So first of all, you'll need something to use as a yoga strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, this could just be a scarf or any kind of piece of material. You're going to be using it to help you with certain yoga poses, so it just needs to be something that you can slip underneath a foot or something like that. If you don't have a scarf, even a tea towel would do. You're also going to need a blanket or something cozy for relaxation at the end, and some cushions. So these are just to place underneath your knees if you feel any discomfort while you're in a kneeling pose. You can place them underneath your bum if you feel like you need a little bit more comfort on your seat bones. So just make sure you've got plenty of cushions handy. Okay, great. Make sure that you have bare feet and you're wearing comfortable clothes. If you need to go and grab any of those things, just pause the video. And if not, let's begin. So we're going to warm up. Please don't skip the warm up. I know that we're doing this as a recording rather than a live Zoom class, but it's really important that you don't skip the warm up because otherwise you're at real risk of injuring yourself in some of the poses that we're doing today. So we're going to start by warming up our heads by doing a great big circle with the neck. And let's set our intention for today as being very gentle and careful with every part of our body that we'll be working with. And setting our intention that we're going to treat our body with real kindness. So let's close our eyes, place our hands on our heart, hands on our belly. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth, filling the whole belly as you breathe in. Breathing out, emptying the whole lungs. And just taking a moment here to check in with your body. How's your body feeling today? Check in with your mind, with your emotions. Just knowing that whatever you're feeling, it's all welcome on your yoga mat. You don't need to be feeling perfect to do your yoga practice today. And you've made it onto your mat, which is quite often the hardest part. Well done. So let's slowly blink our eyes open and do those head rolls. Taking your head in a great big circle, very slowly and gently. Feeling that tension starting to ease away. Lovely. And now we're going to take our right hand and just very gently place it on the left ear. We're not pulling at all. We're just placing our hand on top of our left ear and just allowing the weight of your left hand to gently stretch down the side of your body, the side of your neck. Just letting the weight of your hand do the work. And allowing some of that tension to just ease away. Let's take a lovely deep breath here. Gently remove that hand. Notice how maybe one side of the neck now feels looser than the other. Going to do that on the other side, so placing your hand gently on your ear. Letting the weight of your hand do the work. Breathing deeply. Just starting to feel some relaxation creeping in. It's particularly good if you've been sitting at a desk a lot, or if you've been feeling really tense. Just gently remove that hand. Now we'll do some circles with our shoulders. Taking the shoulders up to the ears. Then back, joining the shoulder blades together. Oh, all the way around. Lovely. And forward. Lovely. And pop your hands on your shoulders. We'll do some big circles. Drawing circles with your elbows. And forward. Lovely. We're going to warm up our wrists because we're going to be putting some weight on our hands today, as we have been in the other weeks. Really important that your wrists are nice and warm. To lace the fingers, turn them out. We'll take a breath here. And over the head, we'll take a breath here. Slowly let your arms float down to the sides, and we're going to do some side stretches. You know these by now. Keeping both of your buttocks on the floor, keeping both of your thighs pressing into the ground. Going to take a great big arch over our head. Really stretching out the side of your body, keeping your bum on the floor, don't come up. Lovely. Taking that arm all the way back. Doing a great big arch on the other side. Taking it all the way back. Lovely. Okay, we're now going to do a little twist to wake up the spine, really important. So we're going to breathe in, reach ourselves up a little higher, lifting yourself up. Imagine you're lifting your torso up out of your hip joints, making a little bit of space there. Breathing out, looking over the right shoulder. Left palm comes onto right knee to help you to draw yourself around. Lift the chest here. Don't slump or slouch. Keep your back nice and straight as you twist. Breathing here. Breathing in, coming back to center. Arms come up. Lift yourself up a little higher. Breathing out, twisting over the left shoulder. Right palm comes onto left knee. Drawing yourself around. Lift that chest up, and we'll take a breath here. Slowly come back to center. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to very gently warm up our spine a little further by finding that spot where you can move your ribs and your upper body separately to the lower body. So keep your hips still. Find that little spot. You can put your hands on your ribs if that helps. And when you've found it, we're going to draw a big circle with the ribs. And we're going to breathe as we do that. Breathing in, coming around the front slowly. Breathing out as you arch your back, coming around the back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, last one. Breathing out. Very good. Okay, let's pop our feet into butterfly. And just gently wiggle our knees to warm up our hip joints a little. So you're going to place the soles of your feet together. Place your thumbs on the soles of your feet. Wrap the rest of your fingers around the back. Look down at your feet as if they're a closed book. Gently open up your feet. Then going to fold forwards. Allowing the weight of your upper body to do the work for you here. Just try to soften into this butterfly fold. We're going to take a few breaths here. Just feeling your body opening up into the pose as you breathe deeply. Breathing deeply. Breathing in, chest lifts a little. Breathing out, sinking down. Very good. Slowly coming up. And close your knees. Turn around to the side. And we learned this twist last time. So first of all, you're going to bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Breathe out, twist and turn to look over the left shoulder, bringing that right elbow against the left knee. You're going to very gently use your left arm for support, but you're only very lightly touching the floor with this arm. You're not leaning on that. So then you're going to lift your chest and turn around, twisting your spine. Breathing here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Gently coming back to center. We're going to swap knees. So this time you're going to breathe in, raising your arms, breathing out, twisting over the right shoulder. Left elbow comes against the right knee, drawing you around. Make sure that you're lifting your chest. Breathing here. Last breath here. Before slowly coming back to center. Give your legs a little jiggle. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to come onto our knees. To this lovely kneeling position, hero pose. So we'll just close our eyes and take a breath here. Checking in with your body. Notice, how does your body feel now that you've done your warm-up? Started to wake up the different parts of the body, the hips, the spine. And now gently roll your shoulders back. Take your hands behind your back. Interlock the fingers, just drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Shoulders back, shoulder blades down the back. And we're just going to take a breath here. Lovely. Now we're going to take those fingertips. So my fingertips are pointing towards my feet. Taking those fingertips back. Just opening up the chest. Allow the head to drop back. Feeling that opening of the chest. And very, very gently coming back up, lifting the head first. Coming back to hero pose. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come onto all fours now. And you'll be getting very familiar with your cat and cow. So we're going to go through some cat and cow transitions now. So breathing in, the belly drops. Chest opens, shoulders draw back, looking up. Breathing out, curling under. Sucking the tailbone under, sucking the belly button up towards the spine. Actively clawing up from the mat using all of your fingers and your thumb. Breathing in, the belly drops, slowly look up. Open the chest, draw the shoulder blades back. Breathing out, curling under. Coming into cat. Breathing in, the belly drops, coming into cow. And you're now going to go through a few of these transitions just with your own breath, at the pace of your own breath. Breathing out, coming to cat. Breathing in, coming to cow. Try and enjoy the range of different movements. Maybe experiment with a faster movement or a slower movement. How does your body feel? Lovely. And on the next one, coming into a nice neutral back, we're going to stretch out the left leg, toes come down onto the mat, and reach forward with the right arm. Really stretching, feeling a lengthening in the body, as if someone's holding onto your wrist, pulling it away from you, and someone's holding onto your ankle, pulling it the other direction. Lovely stretch. And then we'll place that arm and knee back down. We'll go on the other side, stretch out the right leg, stretch out the left arm, actively stretch. Breathing here, remembering to breathe. And gently place it back down. Lovely. Now we're going to open up the knees, put the big toes together, and stretch our arms forward, coming into child's pose, allowing your forehead to rest on the mat. Maybe rocking your forehead from side to side here, giving your forehead a little massage on the mat. We're just going to take a few deep breaths in child's pose. It's an incredibly soothing pose. It's very good for helping you to settle your nervous system. So breathe deeply all the way into your belly here to get the full benefits from your child's pose. Before gently walking your hands back towards your knees, slowly, slowly coming back up. We'll now come back onto all fours, ready to lift ourselves up into our first downward dog. So make sure that you're planting your hands shoulder width apart. Your fingers are nicely spread. You have this L shape between your thumb and your index finger. And you're actively pushing up from the mat. So the hand isn't flat with all of the weight going on the heel of the hand, which would damage your wrist. But instead your hand is clawing at the mat, really pushing through all the fingers and your thumb. As you lift up your hips, push the heels towards the mat. Maybe pushing through one heel and then the other. Starting to loosen off the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Breathing deeply as you do this and making sure that your self-talk hasn't become negative. Maybe you're feeling some tightness, some tension. Maybe your body isn't doing exactly what you want it to do yet. But it's really important that we practice kindness to ourselves and our bodies. That's actually a big part of what yoga practice is. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga, ahimsa, which is kindness or non-harming, and that includes to ourselves. So find a place of stillness now, drawing your heels into the mat, Bending your knees if you need to make sure that your back is flat. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Lovely. Before we gently walk our feet up towards our hands, coming into this forward fold, take a bend in the knees if you need to here. Allow your belly to rest onto your thighs. And maybe take a hold of each elbow and just really let that upper body hang. Tipping your weight towards your toes so that you're not coming back onto your heels, but you're tipping the weight towards your toes. Just breathe here. Allowing tension to just ease away in your shoulders and your neck. Make sure that you're not clenching your jaw. Make your teeth be just slightly apart. Soften your lips. And relax your eyebrows, relax your forehead. Gently let those hands float down to the mat. We're now going to roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Imagine you're stacking one vertebrae on top of the other until you come up to standing, and I'm just going to move the camera. Okay, so coming to stand at the top of your mouth, of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. So your big toes are together, the sides of your feet are parallel. You're going to lift up your toes, place them down, nice and spread widely. Rooting through your feet, really actively root through the feet, engage the muscles in the legs. By engage the muscles, I mean the muscles are active, they're slightly tense. I'm then going to tuck my tailbone under, making sure that I'm not arching the back, and draw the shoulders back, shoulder blades down, looking straight ahead, mountain pose. So we're going to run through our sun salutation, which we've been learning over the last couple of sessions. So breathing in, take the arms all the way up. Lovely, reaching up, really actively stretching and reaching up. Folding forward. Hands come down to the ground. Breathing in, hands come onto the knees, look up halfway. Back flat like a tabletop. Breathing out, hands come down onto the ground, step back with one foot and then the other foot, coming briefly through plank before gently lowering your knees down, chest down, chin down. From here, we're going to join the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Hands come down underneath the armpits, draw the shoulders down and back, hug the elbows into the sides and gently roll up, coming into Cobra, keeping your elbows slightly bent. Gently rolling back down. Lovely, tuck the toes under, coming through this tabletop flat back position, tucking the toes under and coming into your downward dog. Very good. Pushing through one heel, then the next. So from here, we're gently walking our feet up towards our hands, coming into our forward fold position before gently rolling ourselves up all the way back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take that through again. So breathing in, arms come up, reaching up to the sky. Thank you, sun. Breathing out, folding forward, hands come down to the earth. Thank you, earth. Hands come onto the knees, look up halfway. Back is in a tabletop position. Breathing out, hands come down onto the mat. Step back with one foot, then the other foot, coming briefly through plank pose. Before gently lowering your knees down, chest down, chin down. Hug the elbows into the sides, gently roll up into cobra. This time we're going to revolve the cobra, so gently look over one shoulder. Gently come back to center. Look over the other shoulder, lovely. Gently roll back down. Lovely, coming into our Sphinx pose now. So your elbows are directly underneath your armpits. Hands are facing down, flat on the mat. Hips, legs hip width apart, sorry. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. You can lift your upper body up. Don't sink into your Sphinx, but lift up. Open the chest, push through your hands, through your elbows. Breathing here. Really actively lifting yourself up, lifting your upper body, feeling the small back bend. Might be burning your arms a little bit, but we're just going to hold for a few more moments. And for the very last little bit, if you'd like to take the back bend a little bit deeper again, you can straighten your arms. Still lifting the chest, still drawing the shoulders down and back. Before gently rolling back down. Now I'm going to make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on your hands. Take a moment to rest, to pause. Just enjoy this little pause. But we're going to do one more move here on our tummies. So lift your head up now. You're going to draw your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers and lift up the chest. If you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, you can also lift up your feet. Coming into locust pose. If that's too intense, you can keep your feet down on the mat and just lift the chest. Drawing your shoulders back. And gently release. Well done. Pushing up through this tabletop flat back all fours position. Ready to lift up into your downward dog. Well done, you're doing so well. Lifting up your hips. Lovely. Now we're going to lift up one foot, the right foot, coming into three-legged dog. And you might want to watch me do this first, because this is the first time we've done this. You're going to sweep that foot forward and place it between your hands so that you're coming into this long lunge position again, okay? I'll show you it again. So from downward dog, you're lifting up your right leg, sweeping it forward and placing it between your hands, coming into this long lunge, okay? So once you're here, you're going to leave your left hand down on the mat and lift up your right arm so that you're coming into this lovely long twist. Breathing here, we're going to try and hold it for a couple of breaths. Gently bring that now right hand back down onto the mat. Lovely, we're going to step back to downward dog. Okay, coming back into your downward dog. We're now going to lift up the left leg. Sweep that left foot forward this time, coming into your long lunge. This time we're going to leave the right hand down on the mat and we're going to lift up the left arm. Coming into this lovely long twist. Opening up of the chest. Breathing here. Holding just for a couple more moments. Lovely. And then we'll bring that hand back down onto the ground. And this time, instead of stepping back, we're going to step our right foot forward so that you've come back into your forward fold. Lovely. From here, we're going to roll up back to our standing position. From here, you're going to join your palms above your head. And we're going to slide over to the right-hand side, making this crescent moon shape with our bodies. And breathe here. Gently coming back up to center. And bending over on the other side. Lovely. Back up to center. And let your arms float down to your sides. We're now going to take the feet slightly wider than hip width apart. We're going to turn the feet out to the sides. And we're going to bend the knees, coming down into this very low squat, Malasana. Using your elbows to keep your knees back. Going to take a couple of breaths here. If you're finding it difficult to balance, you can sit on some cushions under here, or you could sit on a tall stack of books, if that's easier, just whatever you've got at home. So you can always pause the video and go and grab something to balance on. We're gently going to release the hands, having a little rock as we come back up. Lovely. Maybe you want to take your hips now round in a big circle, just to counter that stretch. Big slow circle of the hips. Lovely. Now we're going to take our legs even wider. Toes now pointing forwards. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold. So we're going to take our hands behind our back again, interlacing the fingers, drawing the shoulders back. We're then going to fold forward in this position. Tipping your weight towards your toes. Allowing the weight of your upper body to do the work. Gently release the hands and let them float down to the floor now, or just wherever they hang. And just really allowing the weight of your body to do all of the work here. Stretching out the backs of your legs. Breathing deeply here. Before very gently starting to roll up, really slowly. Really, really slowly rolling up. Lovely. We're going to turn the feet out again to face the sides of the mat. And we're going to come into Goddess Pose. So Goddess Pose is where you're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up over your head, join the palms, breathe out, bending the knees and bringing the hands to your heart center. Now you really want to keep those knees back, okay? Imagine that you need to sit on a little stool directly underneath you. So it's very important that you don't squat like you would in the gym with the hips going back. If you need to be against a wall while you do this, you can. So maybe try against a wall. so that your back is nice and straight and that you're coming directly down underneath you, keeping those knees back. Coming into Goddess Pose. Lovely, breathing in and out. Let's do one more. Breathing in and out. Hold for a couple of moments and gently release. Lovely. Give your legs a little jiggle. And let's take another circle with the hips. Been doing a lot more work with our legs this week. So you might be feeling it tomorrow. Okay, now we're going to gently sit down on the mat. So I'm going to introduce a different forward fold today. And this one translates from Sanskrit as fire log. So the idea is that you're stacking your calf muscles and shin bones like logs on a fire. So you're going to directly place one shin bone on top of the other. Okay? So from here, we're going to fold forward. So breathing in, lifting the arms, breathing out, folding forwards. And you should feel a delicious stretch right inside your buttock. And this is a very good stretch to do if you have any lower back problems or if you suffer from sciatica. This is a really good one to release that muscle. So we're going to just breathe in as always, slightly lifting the chest. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, gently lifting the chest. Breathing out, folding forwards. Remembering this should never hurt. Should just be a deep stretch. If it hurts, you might want to take it back a little. Okay, so just very gently. Visualizing that you're sending the breath to the part of the body that's feeling discomfort. Imagining a softening, spreading over that part of the body. Gently walk your hands back, taking them back up. Just going to briefly come through butterfly, give our legs a little flutter before crossing over on the other side. So this time we'll have our right shin bone down on the ground, place the left over the top, directly stacked, breathing in, lifting the arms, breathing out, folding forward, and then just walking the hands a little further away until you feel that deep stretch. Let's take a few breaths here. Breathing in, chest lifts. Breathing out, folding forward. Visualizing sending the breath to the part of the body that's feeling stiff or tense. Imagining a warmth or softening spreading all the way over that part of the body. Last breath here. Before gently walking the hands back up towards the body. And this time we're going to pop our legs out in front of us and give them a bit of a jiggle. Loosening them off. So we're now going to get our strap or the scarf that we're using as our strap. And we've done a seated tree pose before, which is with our leg coming directly out in front of our hip. But this time we're opening up the legs. Okay, and we're going to bend one leg so that we have our leg coming out to the side. Okay, and we're going to slide the scarf underneath the foot. Breathing in, lifting the upper body. Breathing out, folding over. With every in-breath, the chest lifts a little. Every out-breath, sinking a little further down. Deep breathing, filling your whole lungs as you breathe. And as you breathe out, emptying the whole lung. Breathing in until you've had every last sip of air that your lungs can take. Breathing out completely and fully. And gently roll back up. And straighten that bent leg, coming into this nice wide leg position. And we're going to fold forward here a little. Breathing in, lifting the chest. Breathing out, folding forward. Remember, this should never hurt. It should just be a stretch. Don't worry if your legs are not this open. They might be more open. It depends on the shape of your pelvis and your hip joint. Breathing in, lift the chest. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, lift the chest. Breathing out, folding forward. Slowly roll up. And we'll bend the other leg now. Bring that foot onto the thigh. Take your strap underneath the foot. Breathing in, lift the chest. Breathing out, folding forwards. Breathing in, lift the chest. Breathing out, folding forwards. Couple more deep breaths. Filling the whole belly. Emptying the lungs fully. We're gently rolling back up. Give your legs a bit of a jiggle. Lovely. So we're going to come into now our Navasana or boat pose that we've been working on together. So we're going to breathe in and lift up the legs and the arms. Coming into your Navasana or boat pose. Trying to hold it still and steady. It's how you'd like your boat to be. Don't worry if you're shaking, if your muscles are shaking, that's normal. It means you're doing some really good work. Holding for another breath. And release. And hug your knees into your chest for a moment. Maybe rock from side to side. Because we're going to go again one more time. Feet out in front. Lift up your legs and your arms. Let's see if we can hold this for a few breaths. Really good work. Last breath here. And gently release. Lovely. Okay, you can move your strap out of the way. So we're going to come down onto our back. And we're going to work on a bridge pose. So for your bridge pose, you have your knees bent. We're going to lift our pelvis up off the floor. And gently walk the shoulder blades underneath you until you're able to interlace your fingers. Imagine that you have an invisible ball between your knees, so there's a space between your knees are not together, but you are squeezing inwards, squeezing that invisible ball as you lift up your hips, your bum, your pelvis. Breathe deeply. If you're unable to interlace your fingers under your back, you can just have your arms flat with your palms facing down. Breathing deeply. Really working. This is the last really hard bit of work we're going to do this week. Push your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And gently lower your pelvis back down to the mat. Rock your knees from side to side to loosen off your lower back. Then we'll hug our knees into our chest. Rock from side to side. Then leave your knees where they are, release the arms. We'll draw a big circle with the knees, massaging that lower back on the floor. And then stretch out long on the mat, taking your arms above your head, really stretching out long, really lengthening the body. How often do you do this? Probably not often enough, so let's really stretch. Lovely. And then we're going to take hold of our big toes, opening up the legs, coming into a happy baby. Rock from side to side a little, enjoy happy baby. Lovely. Remember to smile in happy baby too. And you can release. Now we're going to get ready for a relaxation. So your traditional Shavasana corpse pose would be lying with your legs hip width apart, feet fall out to the sides, palms facing upwards. So I would recommend taking this position for your relaxation, but you can lie any which way that's comfortable. You might want to pause the video here to go and get a blanket or a pair of socks, something that you need to be warm and cozy. Get yourself lovely and comfortable. And then close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your tummy. As you breathe in, notice that your belly lifts. As you breathe out, notice that your belly sinks back down. Breathing in, belly lifts. Breathing out, belly sinks back down. So now you're going to count back from 10, counting every in-breath and out-breath. If you find that your mind has wandered, just go back to 10 and start again. So it might sound like this: 10 in and out. 9 in and out. 8 in and out. Just keeping counting until you're reaching all the way down to 0. Now I'm going to guide you in a full body scan. So all you have to do is listen to my voice and think about the part of the body that I'm mentioning. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just when you notice, bring your awareness back to my voice. So we're going to start with your feet. Can you relax your feet any more than they already are? Relax your ankles. and your lower legs. Relax your knees. And your thighs, all of those big muscles across the tops of your legs. See if you can soften and relax them. Relax your buttocks and your hips. Relax your stomach. Let it be soft. Relax your lower back and your upper back. Relax the whole spine. Relax your chest, feeling it lovely and open. Plenty of space for your heart and for your lungs. Relax your shoulders, feeling any tension melting away. Now bring your awareness to your fingers. Can you relax them? And your thumbs. The backs of the hands. And the palms of the hands. The wrists. And the lower arms. Relax your elbows and your upper arm. Now relax your neck and your throat. Noticing now that your whole body below the head is completely relaxed, feeling soft and heavy, almost as if it's melting into the mat. Now bring your attention to your face. Can you relax your chin? Relax your jaw. Let your teeth be just slightly apart. If your tongue is stuck to the roof of your mouth, let it fall soft into the bottom of your mouth. Relax your tongue. See if you can relax all of the muscles around your lips. Relax your cheeks and your nose. See if you can relax all of the muscles around your eyes. Your eyebrows, the space in between your eyebrows, and your forehead. Can you let your forehead be smooth like a piece of silk? And now see if you can relax all of the muscles across the top of your head, your crown. Hardly notice they're there during the day. Relax your crown. And relax all of the muscles across the back of your head. Noticing now that your whole body is deeply relaxed and resting. Just allow your body to rest here. Taking that rest that your body really needs. And if you find that thoughts are jumping into your head, just bring your awareness back to your breath, counting down from 10 again. using the breath as an anchor. Just coming back to the breath every time. And know that you can always stay in relaxation at the end of your yoga class if you need to. Feel free to stay in relaxation for as long as you need. But if you're ready to come back round, just start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing some sensation back into your body. Maybe stretch out on the mat. Gently roll onto one side, tucking your knees up, rolling into a fetal position. Taking a breath there. And keeping your eyes closed, gently rolling back up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. And just start to rub your palms together, generating some heat between your palms. Place your palms over your eyelids, feel that warmth. Then give your forehead a massage, sides of your eyes, the eyelids, the cheeks, the chin. Gently blink your eyes open. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your yoga class today and the relaxation. And I hope you have a lovely week. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.